The assemblies at Glendale this year were ones that will never be forgotten. Some of the highlights included the Nest Fashion Walk, amazing performances by the Palms and cheerleading team, Dancing with the Stars, Reese Bassett's Magic, and Teachers Got Talent. The Freshman Mixer this year was held on September 2nd, 2016, and was a great way for the freshmen to get to know each other and have a good time. The theme was Red, White, and Freshman, which corresponded with the theme of the first football game that same evening. Between morning workouts, practice after school, and watching game film the night before a big game, the football team was always working hard.
I play football because I've played since I was in kindergarten, and all my family has played and gone to college, and that's what I want to do. And I just really love the tradition and the friendship that Glendale football brings.
We've been more successful this year than we were any of the other years. Put in a lot of work on the off season. We're at school a lot, practicing a lot, so it just showed.
My favorite part of Glendale football would probably just be the camaraderie aspect and just playing with all your friends and the whole family atmosphere that we have here.
I play Glendale football because I love the sport, and I just love being around a team.
I hope that we can carry on this new tradition that we've built, and that we can eventually just start becoming a team that people know around here and around the state of Missouri as one of the best.
When it comes to Glendale girls golf, the Lady Falcons were very determined this season to go out with some tournament and match titles.
My favorite part about golf is probably meeting new people when you go to tournaments. My hopes for Glendale golf in the future are to have a strong enough team to go to state.
I liked playing golf because it was fun to be with my friends and challenge each other.
Playing golf for Glendale has been an amazing experience. I started my sophomore year, I took up the sport, and I was just surrounded by so much support from my coach and my fellow teammates, and I developed a really passionate feeling for the game.
Well, my successes this year was definitely going to state as a freshman. That was definitely a big dream of mine for a couple years, so that was pretty cool.
The girls' tennis team had a great turnout this season. With a lot of girls that competed, they had a lot of personal as well as team successes.
Why I played tennis for Glendale this year was because it was going to be my 4th year playing varsity tennis, and I wanted to finish out my run.
Well, I've played tennis for Glendale for the past 3 years, and I really loved doing it. I was really excited my freshman year.
My experience playing for the Glendale girls tennis team was honestly really fun. Like, the atmosphere is really laid back, and it's really easy to make friends. All the girls are really sweet.
Well, my personal successes were that I was district champion 3 years in a row, and I medaled 8th at state, and I qualified for state 3 times. And the best thing we did as a team was we went to sectionals as a team this year. So I was really proud of us because it's the furthest we've gone.
The flock holds a very special place in the students' hearts at Glendale. While it is just considered a student section to outsiders, it is more than that to the students and faculty at Glendale.
I think my biggest accomplishment is just the amount of people we got to the football games. We had an awesome season. It was just a lot of fun, and I think we had a lot more people.
So my favorite part about the flock is probably just the whole concept of us being one big family. Going to the football games and getting to cheer on the boys and getting to paint up with all the seniors before and getting to stand in the front row. It's kind of like something that I've always wanted to do and have been waiting to do.
My favorite part of the flock is being involved. Everything's really energetic when you're in the front row.
I'm getting to cheer on everyone in the front row with all my friends.
So some advice that I would give the future flock is to always participate, and even if you feel lame for being too loud or cheering too obnoxiously, always just do it, because you're gonna wish one day that you still had those times to be with your friends and cheer on the school, because there's only so many times that you're gonna be able to do that.
The Glendale volleyball team was young and inexperienced at the varsity level this year, but they worked hard and beat Kickapoo, which led to a conference title.
I play Glendale Volleyball because I love volleyball. It's my favorite sport, and I just wanted to play for my school and get better and get more experience. I have really grown as a person. It's really helped me become more of a leader.
Volleyball has shaped me into being a leader and just to know that you can like rely on your teammates and stuff and rely on other people, and it's taught me to be confident in myself.
The biggest accomplishment this year was winning conference and going undefeated in our conference, and we also beat Kickapoo, which was really awesome. We had a really young team, so although like our expectations weren't set super high, we came out and had a really good season and went undefeated in conference, so that was really awesome.
My favorite part about Glendale Volleyball is that the team, we're all pretty close to each other, and that, I don't know, I feel like we can all get along really well and always relate to each other.
My favorite part of playing with Glendale was my senior year and getting to beat Kickapoo because nobody expected us to win, and we overcame the circumstances and we beat them in 2 sets.
Glendale Volleyball went undefeated in conference this year, and my hopes and goals for the future is that we just continue to succeed and do our best, and hopefully next year we can win district.
The boys' soccer team fought hard this season, ending with a record of 10-8. The Falcons will graduate 8 seniors this year, with some going to play at the collegiate level.
I played soccer for Glendale because I've just kind of played soccer through my whole life, and it's just something to do during the fall, and I've always enjoyed playing, and it's just a really fun experience, and I always thought it would be, so I just followed through.
I had played soccer my whole life, and then my brother played here, and he loved the coaches, and he loved the atmosphere, and it's, our motto is it's a family thing, and I feel like that brought us all together, and I loved it.
Our coach teaches us a lot of great life lessons, and has taught me how to work hard and have a good work ethic. My favorite part is definitely playing for Coach Rogers, because he's just such a really good person. He's a really good motivator, and he's really inspirational and just an all-around good coach.
The program has influenced me to be the person I am today, mainly because of Coach Rogers. He wants the best out of all of his players, and even though he wants to win and wants to be the best he can, he wants the best from his kids.
With only 1 win this season, the softball team is working to rebuild the program into a more stable team.
I played softball for Glendale this year to help build the program because I know the past couple years have been a rebuilding type thing, and I just wanted to help make a difference.
I guess my favorite thing about playing and why I did it was, one, the challenge. I did a lot of it for my dad. I wanted to push myself and watch the other girls succeed, and they were my favorite part. That's why I played. It was for them.
I think my favorite part about Glendale softball is probably just the coaches and how they make it fun to go to practice and fun to learn new drills and things like that.
It made me a better leader. Coming into it, I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared, and then I ended up senior year team captain, so things really turned out.
Softball has made me into the person I am today by really teaching me to step up and be a leader.
The cheerleaders at Glendale had lots of fun this year, cheering for the Falcons.
My favorite part of cheer this year was it had to be football season, just kind of with how far we were able to go and how much the cheerleaders were able to get involved. It just made the season so much more exciting. I've been cheering for Glendale all 4 years. I decided to start cheering for Glendale because I cheered in middle school and I met so many new people through that, and I just wanted the experience again here in high school, and I just wanted to be able to be involved as much as possible.
This year, the Palms team loved performing at assemblies, sporting events, and competitions.
Being a captain on the Palms team includes making sure all the girls know the choreography and everyone's just kind of working together.
My favorite part about being on the Palms team is just being able to hang out with such a great group of girls all the time, whether that be practicing or performing. We're always having fun and cracking jokes, and there's honestly no other memory better than being able to support your school and dance in front of everyone, but also be having fun and making better relationship with girls at the same time. Being a part of the team has definitely taught me more patience. I am not so nitpicky with myself or other people. I've learned to be patient and accept everyone for who they are.
The boys basketball team this year was one to compete with. Ending their season with a record of 20-7 and ranked second in the district, the Falcons remain confident going into the next season.
My favorite part of this past season was getting to be with all my friends, especially our one senior, KB, and my sister Grace got to play with me for the first time this high school season.
I played last year as a freshman for varsity, and this year we lost a lot of seniors, and so I'm really excited to be able to play. My favorite part was being able to spend almost every day of the week with my teammates, having team dinners, and also just getting to play and spend time with everyone.
The girls swim and dive team had a great season this past winter. They won some meets including the SWOMO Championships in All City.
My favorite part of this swim season was probably state. Not because our team did super well and all, but state's always just a fun time.
Well, I've been swimming for most of my life since I was 4 or 5, so obviously I was going to swim. And then I also just like being around the girls that I swim with because we're all really close and good friends.
We all did really well. We all raced really well under pressure, and we were tired from having 5 a.m. practices. By the end of the season, everyone was going best times or getting their state cuts or just dropping time, which was a big deal to them. My hopes for the future for Glendale swimming would probably by next year we'll have more depth and we'll maybe place higher at state and we'll get into finals at state.
With tennis season in full swing, the boys are having lots of fun and winning some matches in the process. The Lady Falcon soccer team got off to a rocky start, but quickly progressed into Ozark Sports Zone's power rankings at number 9 in the area. With a very young team, it is tough to see the outcome of postseason play, but when watching the Lady Falcons, you're bound to watch a great game. The baseball team has great standings for doing well in the postseason this spring. Winning 16 games and counting thus far, they're ranked 4th in the district. With 11 seniors on their team, their expectations are high for the coming games. The track team has grown in numbers this season. The team performed well at the Hillcrest Invitational. One runner took second place at the KU Relays, and the Falcons are looking strong for their championship season. Another fairly new program here at Glendale is the bass fishing team. Competing in many tournaments this year, the bass fishing team had much success. This year, it will send one of their seniors to Drury's bass fishing team. Another great program that Glendale is known for is its music department. Choir at Glendale contains some of the most dedicated students in the student body.
I love all the people, and honestly, I've been singing ever since I can remember, so I just love to sing. And our choir director, Miss Lyons, she's got so much passion for the program, and she's just so talented, and I just love her and love everything about music. So.
My all-time favorite part about choir is honestly I get to go sing every single day for an hour and a half during school, but most importantly, Miss Lyons, our choir director, she is an absolute angel.
Something that the students in orchestra hope that will be passed along to their classes is their commitment and dedication to fulfill the task at hand.
I love all the people in orchestra, and of course our conductor, Mr. J, he's awesome too.
My favorite part is the sense of community that we build in our class and how we're all family.
Well, I had already been playing violin since I was like 5 years old, so I love music in general and just seemed like what I would do.
I think a big part of my senior class in orchestra is how much effort we put in. We're very involved with orchestra and we do multiple things with it.
I just love how friendly everybody is in the music community, not just orchestra, but band too and choir. We're all a big group of friends, and I just love that about it.
After a rocky start to the beginning of the year with Mr. Cronkite being out of the classroom, the band didn't waste any time getting to work on their performance. Upon Cronkite's return, the band was more than ready to be under his direction again. This year, the theme for the homecoming dance was Welcome to Spring Vegas. Students who attended said they loved the decorations and the atmosphere that homecoming had to bring. Others said they liked being able to see their friends all dressed up to go to dinner and take pictures with. The theme for the Ladies Pay All dance was a night under the Northern Lights, with an Alaskan Northern Lights and wintry feel. Much like the homecoming dance, students enjoyed getting to spend time with their closest friends. Glendale's second annual Falcon Fall Fest was held this past fall as a capstone project for a Glendale senior.
So my role in Falcon Fest this year was basically just organizing and coordinating it so it all came together and it was all planned out, and just making sure that it was organized and that I got people to come and that it was a success was my main role. Falcon Fest went really well this year. We had a bigger turnout than we did last year. We had a lot of kids from the community come in around just our feeder schools, elementary and middle school kids, and they got to come and play some games, and they got to watch a live band perform, which all turned out really well.
Another memorable part of this school year was the Powder Puff football game. The classic junior versus senior matchup only fed the excitement leading up to the game. This game not only raised over $1,000 to go toward the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks, but also was a lot of fun for the players and spectators. Chemistry Club is a new club offered at Glendale this year and was founded by some of Glendale's own chemistry students. In this club, they do plenty of science experiments and talk to experts in the field about their journey to where they are. Glendale Speech and Debate is one of the programs with the highest prestige in the SWOMO area. The program has had the most amount of students, almost 120 kids this year, than others in the past. 11 students qualified for nationals in Birmingham, Alabama this summer. 4 people qualified for state, leading to 2 students becoming state champions in policy debate. The program is still looking to expand. If you have any interest, debate would be a great place for you. Glendale's DECA chapter holds many of Glendale's most hardworking students. This year, they went to competition and 12 girls qualified to go to the Nationals competition in Anaheim, California with their projects. Glendale's school store, The Nest, is run by students in the Marketing 2 class here at Glendale. The Nest contains all the Glendale gear you could imagine, from t-shirts to hats to headbands and so much more. Make sure to stop by The Nest for all your school spirit attire. The Glendale 411, Glendale's Broadcast Journalism 2 class, does a lot of the behind-the-scenes work of the show that comes out every other week. From planning to scheduling interviews to editing to watching the final products that each group comes up with, the 411 is a great program to be a part of. Guitar Club, another semi-new club to Glendale, has lots of fun when they're together. They enjoy playing guitar, singing, playing the drums, or just chatting together. When you're looking for some new friends or wanting to learn to play, Guitar Club is the perfect place to get involved. GSTA is yet another new club that Glendale has started. This Christmas, they enjoyed meeting together to make Christmas ornaments. GSTA is a great place to learn more about people and make new friends in the process. The Quill, Glendale's magazine, is released once every quarter and is composed of 10 staff members who all happen to be women. The Quill is known to publish all types of pieces, from album reviews to beauty tips to covering things that are happening around Glendale. The Yearbook staff at Glendale this year were great to cover every sporting event, club events, and creative pieces that people enjoy and will look back on in years to come.
Yearbook really has been a blessing to be on. I get to create the book that everyone goes and looks back at, in 50 years, and they get to reminisce on everything that they did in high school, and I think it's cool being a part of that.
My favorite part about being editor is probably being able to work with all of my staff. They're so amazing, and getting to see what they can come up with and what they can create has been a really changing experience. I can see them understand things and get things and work and try harder until they get it again. And being able to orchestrate everyone until we all work together as a team has been difficult, but I've learned a lot about everyone I work with and about myself. So it's been a really telling experience. Being editor is a lot of quick on your feet problem solving, and so it's forced me to be a problem solver, a critical thinker, to work with people and get to branch out more, go a little bit more outside my comfort zone.
Diversity Club is a great place to be if you're looking to widen your friend group or just looking for a fun place to hang out after school. They are all very welcoming, and you're bound to meet some great people in this environment. The World Language Club at Glendale is quickly widening. At this specific event, people of WLC gather to learn more about the foreign exchange students as well as the head members of the club.